Hey peeps! So I was looking around my plants and thought, you know what, it's about time that I did my first terrarium update because, it's been a while and, I'd like to show you how they're doing. So this one here is one I made off camera, but it was actually the first terrarium that I made before I made my video, which I'll link below. And this one was done, so June 20th, 2019, and it's the White Star Fittonia, and he's done very well. I mean, you can see the new growth, this big long new shoot here, and some tender new growth here, and in a couple of other spaces, but he's grown fairly slow, so I think for terrarium plants, if you want to keep them low maintenance, this is definitely a good type of Fittonia to put into one. I mean, in all honesty, I found before I put my Fittonias in my terrariums, I was really having to be on the ball with the misting and making sure they didn't dry out, because otherwise they fainted and flopped like drama queens. And although I was doing well with them, it was only a matter of time before, you go away or you lapse, and all that hard work is basically for nothing. So since putting the Fittonia in here, it's turned it into a no maintenance plant, and I've just really been able to enjoy it. So if you're the type that loves Fittonias but doesn't really have the time or the patience to make sure that they're misted and deal with a finicky plant, I definitely recommend the closed terrarium method, because it's done wonders. Now, sometimes things can go wrong, as you're about to see with the other terrarium. This is the one that I made, one of the ones that I made on the video. I gave the other one away, which is actually doing very well, but what happened here was that I had to trim it back because it was just getting far too bushy. So it was doing well, but when I wanted to ventilate it, I kind of lapsed and left it overnight, and everything had flopped, and it just looked like it was almost dead. So I put it on and it just didn't seem to be recovering but going to mush. So I removed everything, put the lid back on and thought I had lost it. And then all of a sudden, this little shoot started popping up. And I thought, oh, that's so cool, because, okay, it sucks that I lost the big piece that I put in there, but this is essentially cooler because it's basically starting from scratch in the terrarium. And as far as having to ventilate goes, I haven't ventilated since that incident, which was right near the beginning, so I think that was my error there. But since I haven't touched it, I've put it aside. I've not touched the lid at all on both terrariums, and yeah, as you can see, this one is doing well, but this one, yeah, he's small at the moment, but I think he's going to grow. So this is actually going to be a very, very cool terrarium to update you guys on, because you can literally watch this little tiny sprout grow in its own environment, and he has never lived outside of this environment. So this is what's going to make this one cooler. So it's going to take a little bit more time for it to look pretty, but I think ultimately it's definitely going to be worth the time and patience. I mean, it's not really a race, but it's certainly going to be cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, oh yeah, and in regards to where I've been keeping them, I've been keeping them in quite a fairly nicely lit location. I mean, this one is in my living room, the white one here. This one's in my living room, near the west-facing window, so it gets, I would say, fairly low to just medium, but I would say low light. So, but he's doing well. And this one is in my little nook at the back where my east-facing little window is. So he gets medium light, but not direct light. And yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do with terrariums. Very, very cool. Very, very low maintenance, and I strongly recommend you give it a go, especially if you love Fittonias. Or ferns for that matter, because I heard ferns will actually do well in a closed terrarium too. So if ferns are also one plant that you struggle with, this also might be a solution. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, because I think I've waffled on long enough. Thanks for watching. As always, it's much appreciated. Much love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.